Welcome to Timeout podcast. My name is David Sanders, and today we are going to be talking about determining if your HVAC system needs extra seismic requirements. Most of the United States has some form of seismic activity. However, not all active areas require additional certification or testing. There are two main drivers of seismic requirements: the International Building Code, or IBC, which is applicable nationwide, and the Office of Statewide Health and Planning Development, or OSHPD, which is applicable only in California. To determine if your project needs special equipment, you must first determine the risk category based on the nature of occupancy of the building. This can vary between 1 and 4, and it can be found in Table 1604.5 of the 2015 edition of IBC. Next, you will need the site class for the specified location. This is a classification of the type of soil found at any project site. It ranges from A to F, where A is the most structurally sound hard rock, and F being the least, as in the presence of liquefiable soils, peat, or high plasticity clay. If soil properties are not known in sufficient detail to determine the site class D can be used. With these two key pieces of data along with site's location, a full seismic workup can be generated online. As of this recording, the USGS has discontinued their own graphical user interface online app. There are, however, a number of other third parties that have created their own apps based on public data provided by the USGS. Links to these outside entities can be found on the USGS Earthquakes Hazards Program website. One of the critical parameters of these workups provided is the seismic design category. It is a value between A through F as defined by IBC 1613.3.5. Next, a component importance factor must be assigned. For non-structural components like HVAC equipment, this value can be either a 1.0 for least importance or 1.5 for highest importance. Guidelines to the importance factor determinations can be found in Section 13.1.3 of ASCE Section 7. The final piece of information required is the mounting method and weight of the equipment. When we combine the seismic design category, the importance factor, and the weight and mounting method, we can determine if this equipment is exempt from further seismic consideration. These exemptions are detailed in Section 13.1.4 of ASCE Section 7. If the equipment is exempt, no further consideration is required other than the manufacturer's instructions. If the equipment is not exempt, then other actions must be taken, including additional seismic certifications outlined in 13.2.2. OSHPD has a list of pre-approved seismically certified equipment and the proper installations that have been tested to AC 156 to ensure compliance with both IBC and OSHPD requirements. Let's run through a quick example. Paducah, Kentucky lies on the New Madrid seismic zone. Let's say a new police station is being constructed in their downtown area and we wish to determine if some single duct terminal units needs to be seismically rated. Looking at Table 1604.5, a police station would fall under the highest risk category 4. Since there is no soil analysis available for this fictional site, we will use the default soil classification D. Using the Applied Technologies website referenced by the USGS, we see that under these conditions we get a seismic category of D. Please note, when doing an actual project, the actual address or coordinates need to be used instead. Next, we must assign an importance factor for these terminal units. Looking at 13.1.3, the importance factor would be 1.5 since they would fall under condition 3. When we compare our data of seismic design category D to the exceptions in 13.1.4, only condition 6 could exempt the units from seismic requirements. Since the importance factor is 1.5, the units would not be exempt under condition 6. This would mean seismic certification would be required under 13.2.2, since the project is under design category D. For this fictional scenario, I would recommend our ESV-S, as it has already gone through rigorous shake testing per AC 156 as required by code and would fulfill the needs of this particular project. This concludes our podcast on determining if your HVAC equipment needs extra seismic requirements. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and thanks for taking a time out with us.